Alright, so this is going to be a bit of a different video. It's going to be a video where I talk about the goals that I have for this year, what I want to get done, as well as how it's going so far with about a month in. So the goals for this year are as follows: exercise consistently, money stability, read 20 books, release a project, run a 5k and stop chewing nails. And I want to be more intentional about what I do, right? So this mostly means doing one thing, doing it well, doing one thing at a time. So the example I give is if I'm doing dishwasher, I can just do the dishwasher. I don't have to, do a million things in between. I don't have to watch a video. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to listen to music. I can just do the dishwasher. And that's what I want. I want to have a little bit more discipline to do things I actually want to do, the things I've set out to do. With that in mind, let's have a look at the first goal, which is to exercise consistently. Now, I am already okay. This is a goal that I had for last year as well. But basically the steps are to go to judo twice a week. For those that know, I do judo. I've done it for about a year and 3 months or so, or a year and 4 months. And yeah, it's going really well. I'm a yellow belt, just 2 from the bottom. And I also want to do gym at least once a week, but probably twice. So if we're taking the slightly looser definition of gym once a week, then I've knocked that out. That's great. Judo twice a week. I believe I haven't missed a session yet. Or maybe I missed the Thursday for some dinners or something. But I'm pretty on it. And I usually go to the gym twice a week, but going on. That's where this review will come in. It will be nice to actually keep in mind and to actually maybe set some dates properly. I won't go too much into the money stability. I think it's a little bit awkward to talk about. But basically, I want to have a slightly bigger emergency fund. So as some of you know, I've actually moved house, and with that comes a lot of spending, right? So I purchased the apartment that I live in now. I purchased all the furniture and stuff like that. So now I want to kind of build myself back up a little bit to have a little bit more stability, or at least a little bit more than I have now. And the third goal is a reading goal, which I have for last year as well. The reading goal is 20 books. So last year I did 18, and I finished the 18th book on the very last day of the year. So if I keep up that trend, that just means I will finish the 20th book in the last day of this year, which is fine. So far I have read one book. It is... The Grief is a Thing with Feathers. It's kind of like a poetic, kind of very weirdly written prose. It's very nice. It's about grief. Yeah, enjoyed that one. Apart from the 20 books, I want to release a project. This one's more related to programming, which is interesting. Last year, I failed in the ship a product goal that I wanted to have. It didn't work. I made quite a few. But nothing was quite concrete, and also I didn't develop on the side as much as I wanted to, mostly because I was so caught up with work. I was so caught up in the move of the apartment, like purchasing the apartment, a lot of mental overhead. And so I'm hoping that this year I'm doing things a little bit better. And so far I have actually been working more. I finished Converge, which I can show you pretty quickly. So the website runs on CDN, but everything else runs on my actual server underneath my desk. And yeah, that's it. This is it. It's like a kind of a link tree alternative, and you can have a QR code you send to people. So that's it. Very, very simple. This was the product that I did want to release, and I think I still will release. I might do a little bit more work on it, but it actually works for what I want it for, which is having my own personal link tree. So I'm number 1. That's the only user I have. I haven't actually published it anywhere. Got any of my friends to sign up, etc. But see, yeah, I might do in the future. I might make it a little bit prettier. But this is not the product I want to ship. So far, still not hitting this goal. But I have got something running. I have a product. And not quite the one I want to release. Next goal is to run a 5k. Now, this is pretty realistic. The other day I ran 3k, and it was the most I've run without stopping for a very long time. But it's just one that I really want to take quite seriously. I think my stamina has for a very long time been the hit of my fitness goals, and it's starting to actually feel like it isn't. So I want to continue and push through this. As for progress, I have, during my judo sessions, I've started to finally feel like it's not fitness holding me back, it's strength and technique. So I do like a lot of technique compared to some of the guys that go, but I also like a lot of fitness. But I think I'm starting to finally catch up in terms of fitness. I'm actually feeling like I can compete very well and not be super tired, which is great. I'm having faster recoveries, things are going great. And then this is where the 5K kind of come in, and actually it kind of coincides with the exercise consistently goal. Okay. And a really big one, this is the wrong thing, actually, wrong hyperlink. This just has to happen. It's been years since I've tried to stop chewing my nails, hasn't really worked. However, they are looking better, which is nice. I have bought like a nice nail file. So far, so good. And now I'm gonna talk a little bit more about what I really kind of want out of this year. So, obviously, I want it to be a very intentional year. I want it to be a year where I'm doing a lot of things and a lot of very intentional things that I really want to do. And this means being more focused, less on my phone. Even though my screen time is already pretty low, I don't go on social media apart from Reddit, and I think Reddit is gonna have to go. It just is gonna have to go from my phone. I'm gonna have to block it because I can't be trusted. The only one I could probably allow is Hacker News. I think that one is interesting enough to kind of continue on. So yeah, I'm going to continue that. As for development wise, I want to just continue programming on the side, and that's quite difficult with work, right? Like, I work every day, Monday to Friday, for full-time employment, and that's a software job, which means that I'm quite up and down by the end of the week. So how do I keep developing after work? I don't think there are any set strategies that will work here, to be honest. I don't think there is a magic trick. There is just the trick of sitting down in front of the computer and programming things that aren't work. This will come more naturally if I'm a bit more disciplined with, again, going back to intentionality and discipline, with my working hours. So my working hours are a little strange. Like, they can range between whether I'm feeling, good or not, which just has to stop. Right, so my working hours should be 9 to 5, right? They tend to be like 9:30 to 6. Yesterday it was until 8, but yeah, sometimes it just is like that. So what I think I will focus on is getting a very good 9 to 5 regimen going, or 9 to 5:30, something like that. And that means waking up a little bit earlier, not even that much crazy earlier. I just kind of sit in bed and not get out of bed, which has to stop. So with that, I can actually wake up, maybe take a walk, have a coffee, sit down, do some reading. I've been enjoying reading before work a lot, actually. It's quite nice. And by the time 9 comes around, I can sit down, I can then get on with my day. And then by 5, I have a set time, or 5:30. We could say 5:30 is like a hard stop. And 5:30 comes, no more computer, no more messages, no more commits, nothing. And then I can, maybe step away from the computer for a bit, go to the gym, do whatever, and then I'll have a little bit more peace of mind to come back and actually have to sit down here and do some coding work. That's kind of it in terms of developing. There's a lot of cool things that I want to show you guys. I've been working on a poker app, one that you can play the game but also play in real life with cards that can be scanned on a phone and solved as well. It's a really cool project in Zig that I've been working on. I'll look forward to trying those. Thank you for watching. It's kind of like a life update, more type video. If you enjoy, these, let me know. I can obviously do more, but it is nice for future self, I suppose, to come back to see what I've done. All right, thank you for watching. See you later.